Yes, it's recording. All right. And the second one is for receivables, and our receivables is a balance of 52,000, so I put it over there, right? Then I said there's a few things that will happen for our receivables. First, we have receivables here on the 12th, right? And that's going to take down our receivables, so that's the crediting of receivables. So our receivables is credited here on the 12th with the contra account bank, CRJ, 52,000. The next thing for receivables is our credit sales of 70,150 Rand, which I put over there, sales and VAT. And then finally, our receivables had that sales returns of 20,700 Rand, which I then put on that side to reduce my receivables. Okay. This side ended up being the bigger side, so I said that, okay, my receivables account is equal to 122,150 Rand on both sides, but it isn't because there's that missing 49,450, which is our carrying down balance, and it's going to be brought down there. So that 49,000, I put it over there. All right. Then the next one. The next one is then my inventories. Okay. So my inventories also will have a balance. So let me go to that over there. So my inventories is sitting at 114,800. So I'm going to go there 114,800. Okay. So our inventories are going to have many more, how can I put it? They're going to have a lot more entries this time around. Okay. Well, they would actually, because let me show you, where is it? I would have had cost of sales here, but I didn't because we did not receive a markup. Also, I would have had it here, but that's not the case, or here, but we don't have that. So the only time we have inventories, if we look carefully, is over here when you buy inventories, right? That's 39,000. So our inventories is going up. So I have there bank, CPJ, and that's my inventories. I'm just gonna make that the last day of this month because I'm gonna grab it from the bottom. I'll just grab it from here, even though it's not necessary. Okay. Then if we go back, we purchase inventory here, 52,000. So I go back there, payables. Okay. And that's 52,000 over there. All right. Let me see, purchases, returns as well. Okay, the 25th. And I might even just take this and make it the 23rd and the 7th instead of just the 30th. So I'll just make it the 7th and the 23rd. Then the 25th, we have payables again. And so that's our purchases, returns, general, PRJ. And we're going to take that 3,000 over there. All right. Then the final thing we have, since you don't have cost of sales here, is that inventory write-off over there with inventory being credited. So on the 28th, that inventory write-off. And that was 14,800. All right. So now, obviously this side is the bigger side, right? So I'm going to take that side as the bigger side. Then I'm going to put a balance here. So my balance on the 30th carried down is equal to this amount minus both these amounts. So I'm just going to put brackets in there. So it's equal to 202. It's weird. What's going on here? Why is that going on? Okay, I'm just gonna delete this row because I don't understand what's going on there. So strange. That makes more sense. Okay, so that's our balance carried down, and then this would be our balance brought down. On the first of the new month. Okay, so then our inventory, if I go here, inventory, that is equal to 188, 130. All right, then payables. Payables also has a balance of 120,000. All right, so then there's a couple of things that can happen to payables. So firstly, it's whenever we pay here. So this is going to be the last day because we have a couple of transactions there. So I'm going to take the balance. We have this one here. This one. And that seems to be the last of them. So they're all going to be at the last day of the month. Okay, so I'm going to take this one first. Okay, so I'm going to increase my purchases. So 30th, what did I buy? I bought inventory. I buy inventory in here, yes. So inventory and VAT. Purchases journal, and that amount was that 59,800. And then on the 30th, also inventory and VAT, because now it's inventory returns, right? I have that 3,450 Rand. All right, so I've dealt with purchase and purchase returns, right? So now for my payables, I'm only left with my cash book payments, which is also going to decrease it. So I'm also going to put it on this side, CPJ, and that amount was, okay. So as you can see, my payables, this side is bigger than the other side, right? So I'm going to take that side, make sure that's that side. Then I want to put balance on this side. It's going to be this amount minus this amount. I'm just going to grab this and paste it down here. Oh, okay, never mind. And that's 214,700 for my payables. Okay, my payables is equal to that 214,700. All right. Right, let me see, purchases. Sorry. Mixing up two amounts here. This amount for my purchases on this side. So sorry. Purchases journal here, purchases returns journal here. Now I'm increasing my payables and I should be decreasing it and then doing the other one. Okay, that should also go to the other side. I'm just going to remove this. I'm going to put it down here. So I can grab this and I can put it here. So whenever obviously we pay our inventory, that's going to take our whenever we pay our payables, it's going to take down our liability. And then those returns are sitting over here. And the 59,800. Okay. Fine. Okay, that's better. This side is bigger. 150. Yeah, this side is still bigger. This side is definitely still bigger. The sum of this paste it here. Then that will be equal to this one. And then this will be 154 minus these two amounts. Usually 34,000. Lovely. Okay. Okay. So this will never happen. You'll never be put in a place where your payables, or it doesn't. It's not necessarily. Wait, no, that side is smaller. Wait, what is? Wait, where is it? This amount decided to move. Okay, so what I'm saying to you is that you can never overpay your payables. What happens is that, well, in a situation like this, where if you look at it, we owed 120,000, and then we included another 59,800, right? And then we returned that amount, and then we paid that amount. Are we sure we paid that amount? Yeah, we did. We paid that amount. So what would happen here is we overpaid. We paid more than we actually owe. And what will happen in this regard, just gonna make sure with my own calculator here to make sure that these are the right amounts. 179. There is no way. Minus 151, 050. I know Excel is telling me this the amounts are bigger than the other, but they are not. Thought so. Okay. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna take this one back this side. And then I'm gonna take this one back that side. That's not the bigger side. Okay. This is the biggest. Okay. Sorry about that. But to my point, what I was saying is that if you overpay more, that means that the persons that we overpaid, they're now our debtors, they owe us money. They need to pay us back that money. Okay, so there we have it, 179 minus these two. We have 29. What the hell? Why does it do that? Do it one by one. 25,000 on both sides. Okay, so that makes more sense. And then 25,000 over there. Okay. So then the next one is our capital. And our capital has a balance of how much? 510,200. 510. Right. Let's see. We have capital additional of 10,000. We don't have any other capital here, just that one capital of 10,000. That's gonna go straight to our bank account. Bank CRJ. And that capital of 10,000. Okay, so our capital is worth 520,200. Okay, we've already done inventory, so I'm just gonna remove it. I have no idea why there's another inventories here. All right, very next one, VAT control, but first I need to do input VAT and the other one. So I'll just skip straight to drawings as my next one. I have a balance there of 234,400 Rand. That's my balance brought down. On the first, okay. Let's see. Did we have any drawings? No, we did not have any drawings. So my drawing stays as it is. It doesn't change. So that's my drawings. I'm just gonna do that. And then put a line down here. Okay. Very next is my VAT input. Let me see, do I have a balance for that? No, I do not. Okay. Okay, so my VAT input will be, and okay, there we go. Will be this one, that one, that one, and that's it. Okay. We'll start with the ones that increase it. We'll start with our CPJ. So we have bank as our contra account here, CPJ. And on the 30th, I'll just write that down now. Okay. Very next, we have our purchases journal. So our creditors control, sorry, our payables. We have PJ equals to that amount at the bottom, sorry, that amount there, VAT input. Okay. Then we have our purchases returns, right? Journal. Let's see what happened here. That. Why is this a thing now? Okay, you know what? No border, and then I'm gonna need top and left. Okay. I have no idea we have an extra border here. That is weird. In any case, VAT input over here, purchase returns journal, 450. Okay. Then the next one, let me see. So we did this one, that one, and this one. And that is all. Yes. That's all we have to do. Okay. So then obviously this side is bigger than the other one. I'm just gonna add, I'm gonna push this one down. Just make sure that, yeah, we're cutting nothing else. The sum of these two amounts over here is the bigger side. And obviously that's not true. This is not balanced yet. So my balance carried down, the difference between that and that. So now I'm balanced. Okay. Why did I do it like this? I have no idea. Not balanced. So, full disclosure, for your VAT input and your VAT output, you don't write balance. So instead of writing balance, you're gonna close this to your VAT control. Just getting carried away here. So on the credit side, you will see that we put this amount, the 15,000, right? So using the cross-reference rule, you know that you have to then debit the contract count, which is this one over here. So then this amount here, my VAT input, and that's my amount there. Okay. Then, okay, that would be GJ. Then your VAT output, all right. So I'm gonna start over here the 30th with bank, CRJ, and go collect it. There it is. Then we're gonna continue on this side, debtors control, receivables, sales journal, and then we're gonna fetch it over here, receivables. There's that VAT over there. 17, make sure, yes, it's 17. Okay, then we're gonna come on this side, and it's also receivables. Sales returns journal. And here it is over there, the 2,700. Okay, so this side is obviously bigger. Gonna remove this. Make that a thing. Some of those two amounts. Okay, then I have my VAT control. TJ, difference between this and that. We'll give it to the 3,000. Take it to this side over here. So obviously your output VAT will always be the bigger amount. This is based on higher sales amounts versus the lower purchases or cost amounts. Okay, so then we're going to figure out the balance for your VAT control. Just drag these down a bit. Balance. Here down. Whatever amount this will be minus that amount is equal to this. So I'm just doing it backwards now, and that is equal to that. And that's our balance right there. Balance, drop down, 8,150 Rand over there. Okay. So then my VAT control, wait, I don't have equipment, okay. VAT control is a credit balance of 8,150 Rand. All right. What's next? Sales is next. Okay. So let's see. We have obviously these sales. and then we have these sales, and then we have the sales returns, right? And that's it. Okay. So on the 30th, bank, CRJ, and I also have receivables, SJ, and then on the 30th, I have receivables, SRJ. Okay, let's start with bank. So the amount coming from your CRJ is over there. The one coming from your receivables, sorry, it's over there. Let me just make sure that's 122. And then this one, your sales returns. We're gonna have a... Hold up. There's my sales returns. I knew something was up. Reducing an income on this side. Anyway, so this is equal to 183. Sorry about that. So this is equal to 183. And then we don't obviously have a balance for sales. We do. We have a balance for sales and sales returns. Okay, give me a moment. I'll cancel that. Just gonna drag these down. ED. $2,132,000. Okay. Once again. And undo that. I don't here. Okay, so that's our sales amount. That 2 million should have, yes, it did. I thought it would. Okay, then our sales returns. I'm just gonna say equals to. Okay, I can't predict where it's gonna end off. Maybe let's say there. Like I said, we do have a balance for this. 74,000 Rand. And we do have a sales returns. SRJ. Where is it? 18,000. There it is. 92,000. There it is. Okay. Then the next thing, we have advertising. We have, yes, we do. On my screen, hey, not necessarily. Let me just make sure I'm sharing my screen and not Excel, but I think I am sharing my screen. Yeah, okay. So now advertising has a balance of 55,200. Brought down. Balance the first. Okay. Let's see. So no advertising there, but we do have advertising over there on the 9th. for 730 Rand. So 730. Let me grab it from here. 730. Okay. Of the above 55,000. Okay, what's next? Purchases. Okay, so our purchases are here. Purchases of inventory. Why did I even call it inventory if it's purchases? This is going to change a lot of stuff. Okay. Sorry about that. I'm wondering why this is different. Okay, purchases. It will be called purchases because the purchases journal. We're not necessarily using a perpetual inventory system. Only inventory will change, not everything. So let's see. Okay. Purchases 39. Purchases there. Inventory, that's still fine. Okay, that's why we don't have cost of sales. Here's my inventory. Inventory, where are you? Okay, so now this is gonna fall away. Okay, so this is gonna fall away. Your PJ and PCJ, because now they're purchases. That is also going to fall away. So all you have is this. The bigger side is still this one. Your balance is that because that's how much you have now. Your balance went down. Remember, they said your inventory is 100,000, and then when you come here, you'll see your inventory is 100,000. Reasons why I like using, not necessarily like writing stuff, but actually just saying equals this portion of it. Okay. So what I actually removed, let me unremove it because I want to use this. First, my balance, so I'll just do this. I'll put it there. Down is how much? 1,970,170,123. Okay, then this amount. Purchases over here, 39,000. This amount. Purchases over here, 52,000. Okay. Then, where is it? Where's my inventory again? I want this amount. And I put it over here. Okay. And I'm just gonna say, where is it? Purchases, returns. Okay. No. Okay. So now that my purchases is fixed, I can then fix my inventory properly. So remove, and we're back at the 100,000. Okay. So then my purchases. Okay, I may not have to add side. I can force this. Right. Okay, so this side is gonna obviously be the biggest. I'm just gonna say equals that side. Then balance carry down, which is that minus that. And then now balance. That's one. Okay, so that 2 million here. Gonna go here, purchases, and cost of sales. And I have that 2 million there. Okay, just want to make sure that that's fine. Okay. Then the next one. So we did advertising. The next one seems to be water and electricity. Obviously, we don't have this. Okay, first we have a balance. Yes, of 16,000. Run down. Balance. First. Okay. Then let's see, water and electricity, we only have the one here for 4,000 on the 25th. Bank, CPJ, I think it was for 4,000, yes it was. That was it. Okay. So we did sales returns, purchases. Let me do this. Also, did we do everything under assets? Bank, yes. Receivables, yes. Payables, yes. Capital, yes. Drawings, yes. And then we did VAT control for good measure. Then sales, sales returns, yes. Purchases, yes. Advertising, yes. Rent, we haven't done. Insurance, we haven't done. And water, electricity, we have done. Okay. First, let me see. Rent. Did we have more rent before I even do like a tier account for rent? Nope. Did we have more insurance? Nope. Okay. So whenever you're faced with a situation like this where you have other accounts but nothing changed, you can draw a tier account for that, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to go in there and put the balances that are already there because nothing changed. Okay. So rent. It's an expense. Rent expense. That was how much? 123. The next one was insurance. And that was 43,200. Okay. So we didn't have this. I don't want to do it like this. Or this. Delete. Okay. So this was number 3. I am not sure if this will balance now. There were so many issues with this one. Yeah, I thought so. There's 1 or 2 things out. That's fine. Okay, so that's done for that one. So now we're going to move on to week number 4. Okay. So I'm just going to close week 3's slides. And I see it's almost your break, so I'm not going to continue. I'm going to continue after you come back from your break. And we're going to do week number 4. And I will go directly for the solution. Anyway, we're going to go with week number 4. So take break now. So 1459. Okay. So So take your 10 or 11 minutes break now, and then we'll continue after then. I'll see you now. All right, welcome back. And now we're gonna move on to week 4 stuff. Just go to, yeah, over there. All right. Okay, so this one has 2 parts. There's a second part here, and there's a first part. Where is that one? Forgot about this one, that it has another part. Where did I put these notes? Hold on. Let me just look for these notes. There they are. Okay. Found them. So as I was saying, so the first part, we're going to use the exercise in the module guide, and I have done the liberty of having it here. I just never sent it to you guys. Let me just see if I can do it now. But in any case, what you're going to be doing is an accounting equation, okay? You're going to be busy with an accounting equation as I wait for my emails. So you have your balances here. Do I still have this open? Nope, I did not. Okay, give me a moment. Gonna open a few things here. Where's that register? Question 1. See attached. Okay, so not there. Okay, while that opens, I'm just gonna do it with you, the first few ones, because I'm just waiting for that to open. So I'm gonna share my entire screen again and wait for that to open, but in the meantime, we're gonna continue. Okay, so there we go. That's what I'm looking for. Let me see. I need to send it to you. Okay, who doesn't have an email student number? Let's see. I want my blanks. Ooh, there's a lot of blanks. Okay, not the guys. Patience and battery. Okay, let me see. Oh yes, that's the student number wanted. Okay, and I think I now have everybody's email address. There's still one here. Where is it? There. Okay, so I sent you guys the what? Can you send? Okay, well, I'm sending you guys this thing. It's telling me that it's failing for some odd reason. Okay, it went through now. Okay, so that's the question that I just sent to you. Now I can close that and reshare my screen. Okay, so the week 4 notes that I was just showing you, I just sent them to you. So now I'm gonna continue sending the screen. I can't necessarily send the link to the recordings because not everybody has access. I can send them, but not everybody has access. So I've been trying to download them off and they're taking forever to download. So don't worry about it. Tomorrow I have no classes, so I'll send you all the recordings that you need. And yeah, okay. So week number 4. So we're just gonna do the first one, the first 3, number 6, number 8, number 9, the 12, the 2 12s, 3 12, sorry, 13, 24th, 28th, 29th, and the 30. Okay. So I'm gonna do it with you guys. And that's number 2 there. All right. So where is this thing? Here we go. The following information relates to PT Dealers. PT Dealers is a registered vet vendor. PT Dealers does not offer receivables, settlement discounts, and does not receive any from their payables, okay? And then they give you the balances there, and then they give you all these transactions there. And what we're gonna do is, instead of recording these into the appropriate whatever's, we're just going to do the accounting equation, okay? So then our question 2 will then be T accounts, will be the next thing. Okay. So the first one there, maybe I'll just make this white. And then I'll just grab the side. Okay. I forget how to remove things. Anyway.
Hello. Sir, I am
Hello?
not able to register my name and the student number.
You're not able to do what, sorry? You're not able to? Okay, we just lost her now. Can you please type it in the type box, because I can't hear you now, and then I'm not even sure who said it. Okay, I think it was Sisipo. Type it in the typing box, your question, and then I'll just answer you. Okay. In the meantime, we're just gonna continue. So here are balances here. Okay. So for some odd reason, I have balances here. Let me see something here. Okay. On the first, we have a cash sale. Okay, cash sales of 317,160 rand. Okay. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna go over there, right? So that's going to be, sorry, VAT where applicable is included at 15%. So your VAT is included where applicable. Cash sales of 317,000 rand. So bank, that's our inclusive amount. Then we're gonna calculate our sales amount, right? So you'll see I took this amount and multiplied it by the red, which is the 100 divided by the 115, which is what I have, got that amount, and then I took this amount minus that one, and I got that amount over there. Okay, the next one, purchase merchandise on credit from PP wholesalers for 49,790 rand. Okay, that's the one we did. Okay, purchased on credit. So you know you're going to credit your creditors control, your payables. You're going to debit your inventories, and then you're going to debit your VAT input. Okay, I'm going to display this one now. So here you go. Your VAT input debited, right? Are we using a periodic inventory system here? Oh, sorry, yes, you're using a periodic inventory system. So instead of inventories, we are then going to debit purchases, okay? Okay, so it says there for 49,000. Okay, so 49,790 over there. And then we're obviously going to calculate our exclusive amount and then our VAT amount. So that amount is the 100 divided by the 115, and then this one will be the difference between the two. Okay, moving on. Next one, sold merchandise on credit for 29,000. Okay, so since you're using a periodic inventory system, we just have bank and sales, and obviously our output VAT. So let me just uncover this one. Is it on credit? Sorry, on credit. Okay, so we have 29,937 rand over here, inclusive amount. And then again, I'm just going to calculate my exclusive amount and get my VAT. That is credited, sales credited, receivables is debited. All right. Then the third, number 3, paid XY wholesalers 19,800 on account. Okay. So first of all, you need to know who we are. We are PT dealers. So if we paid XY wholesalers, it means that we owed them money. They were our creditor, right? So we have payables being debited, we have bank account being credited. Let me uncover that one. So my bank account is credited with the amount, and then my payables is then debited with the amount. All right. Then on the 6, how many do we still have? 6, 8. I think I'll do until 12, and then you can do the rest of them, and then we'll mark. I think I'll do until 12. I'll decide where to stop. Okay, drew a check for wages for 101,853 Rand. Okay, so now you're going to obviously credit your bank account because your money is leaving the bank account, and then you're going to debit your wages with that said amount. Okay, so I'm going to uncover this one. So here you are, bank is credited with said amount, wages is debited with said amount. All right. On the 8th, received cash from C-Carrot for 8,800. So if you receive cash from somebody who's not the owner, they were your debtor. So that's receivables being debited, credited, sorry, and your bank account is then being debited because you're receiving money. Okay, so I'm going to uncover this one as well. Oh yeah, bank will be on the same thing anyway. So receivables is being credited, and then your bank account is being debited. All right. One on the 9th, purchase stationery for 15,330 Rand and paid by check. Okay, so your stationery will be debited with the exclusive amount of this. Your bank account is credited with this full amount. Sorry, not, yes, with this full amount, yes. And then your input VAT will then be debited with the VAT amount. Okay, let me just show it. So your bank account with that full amount, right? And then your input VAT will then be debited with the VAT amount. So here it is. And then from here, we obviously multiply by 100 over 115, right? And then we're going to get that amount there. And then the difference between the two amounts is going to be your VAT input. All right. Then the 12, I think I'll do the 12. Drew a check. Which 12 am I doing? Bought merchandise from XY wholesalers for that amount and paid by check. Okay, so your inventory is going up with the exclusive amount of that amount, and then your bank account is then going down with this full amount, and your input VAT is going up with the VAT amount. Okay, so now I'm just going to show this. They're all going to be your assets, but I'm going to undo the whole thing. So your bank is credited with the 411,815, right? Then you're going to debit your inventory with that exclusive amount. So multiply by 100 divided by 115, you get 98,000. The difference is your VAT, remember? So you're going to debit your VAT input with the difference, which is the VAT amount. All right. Then the second, the 12, drew check for wages 110. Okay, so you're going to debit your wages, which is an expense account, with this amount, and you're going to credit your bank account with this amount, because then you're paying wages. So I'm going to uncover that one. So you credit your bank with 110,871. You debit your wages with the same amount. Okay, then the last one I'm doing, and then you're going to do the rest of them. Paid telephone account for 4,572 Rand. You're going to credit your bank account with this amount, right? And then you are going to then credit your telephone account with this amount as well. All right. So now you're going to do the rest for me. So you're going to do from 13. So I'm just going to make this maybe white. I don't know. So you're going to do number 13, on the one on the 13th, the 24th, the 28th, and the 29th. I'm going to hold this and put it here. No, that's not what I wanted to do. So 13th is 1, 24 there is 1, 28th there is 2, 29th is 1, and the 30th, I'm not sure which ones. Let me just make sure which ones I wanted you to do. So the 30th is the first one, and it's the last one. Okay, so the first one and the last one. Okay, that is about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 transactions. That shouldn't take you more than 20 minutes, even 15 minutes. I'll give you 16 minutes. So when the clock strikes 22, we are marking. All right, welcome back. Oh, no, not welcome back, but let's continue marking. Okay. So then the 13th, issued a credit note to A Apple for an overcharge on the 3rd, 12,100. The 3rd, what happened? A Apple. We sold on credit to A Apple for 29,000. We overcharged them. So now we're going to reduce that. So we're gonna take that to our DAJ. So, okay, so if you sold to them, when you sold to them, this is a periodic inventory system. Receivables is debited, right? Our sales is credited and our output VAT was then credited. So now our receivables will then be credited, then our sales will then be debited, and our VAT input will be the opposite. Okay. Sales returns. So receivables is then credited, okay, with 12,000. Then we're gonna calculate the exclusive amount, and then our VAT input is then going to be debited. All right. Then on the 24th, purchased equipment on credit for that amount. So equipment is then debited with the VAT exclusive amount version of this. Our payables is then credited with this amount, and then our input VAT is then debited with the VAT amount portion of this amount. So it's going to look like this. So equipment debited with the exclusive amount, you see that amount multiplied by 100 over 105. Payables is then credited with the full amount, and your VAT output is then, debited with the difference, which is the VAT. Okay. On the 28th, settled account of PP wholesalers as of the 3rd of April. Okay, so settled. Sorry, the first 28th. I just skipped this one. Received cash from new tenant KK, 22,000, half being rent deposit and the other half being first month's occupational rent. Okay, so half of this amount is going to be payables because we owe this person this amount. So the first one, we're gonna put it there in payables. We're gonna credit our payables with 11,000. And then we're going to debit our bank account with the full 22,000, and then the other half is going to be rental income. So it's going to look like this. Let me just. So you see your bank is then debited with both these amounts, right? So the full amount, you credit rent deposit, 11,000. This is a payables account type of vibes. It's a liability, I mean. Then you're going to credit your rent income, which is going to be the exclusive amount of this. So that amount divided by 2 multiplied by 100 over 105. And then the difference between this amount and 11,000 is then going to be your VAT output. All right, why did I go to the next one? Then settled account of PP wholesalers. PP wholesalers, where are you? Not here. Okay, then PP wholesalers. Purchase merchandise on credit for 49,000. So I'll make sure there's no other PP wholesalers. Other than that, okay, so we just paid them the 49,000 that we had bought with. So if I scroll all the way up, there it is. So we owe them 49,770. I didn't see any other ones. I could be mistaken. Okay, there was no other ones. So you're gonna debit your payables 49,700, and you're gonna credit your bank account because you are paying your creditors. Okay. Then on the 30th, the first one, sold unused stationery on credit to Dumpling for 6,000. So you're gonna then credit your sales, and then you're going to debit your receivables, and then you're gonna credit your output. put VAT. Okay, I skipped one, but I'm gonna show you anyway. Even though I skipped one. So your receivables 6,000 rand there, right? Your sales amount, you're gonna calculate my exclusive amount for me, and then your VAT amount is going to be the difference. Okay, then the 29th, which is the one that I skipped. Received a bank statement from True Bank indicating cash handling fees of 88 rand, checkbook charges of that amount, and service fee of that. So we have bank charges here. An expense account called bank charges. You're gonna put them all in cash. So you have your bank here. So you're gonna add all of them here, right? You're gonna credit your bank because you have to pay for these bank charges. You're gonna debit your bank charges, which is the exclusive amount here, and then your VAT input is then going to be that amount multiplied by 15 over 105. If there was government levy in here, you were gonna exclude it in the calculations for VAT. Okay. And then the last one, send check to SARS to pay for VAT owing. Include April's VAT and output VAT. Okay, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna include VAT input amounts and exclusive amounts, and you're gonna get the difference. I'm gonna see which one I did it from. D15, no. L14, what is L14 now? Okay, I did it here on the side. Okay. So I took all my VAT input amounts. So I look for all the VAT input amounts that we use just for this question. So here they are. So it's that one on the 3rd, it's that one on the 9th, the one on the 12th, on the 12th again, no, just on one of the 12th, let me see. On the 9th, on the 12th, on the 13th, on the 24th, on the 29th, right? And then I got my answer there. And then I took, then for this one, for my VAT output, I got that amount on the 1st, the 3rd, and the 28th, and the 30th, okay? And then I said one minus the other, so input minus VAT what you call output amount, and I got that 19,000 there. Okay, so obviously if I go back, our VAT output is bigger than our VAT input, so we also lost 19,279 rand. Okay, so basically I just said equals that amount over here. So then I said credit my bank account with this amount, so I'm paying this amount, and I'm going to debit my VAT control, because that's how much I'm paying now. That's what I did there. All right, so that's it for that one. I see these 2 minutes until your break. Take your take your break. Come back. Let me write it down here. So take break until 15. And then we'll continue with the second portion of this, which is that. We're gonna continue with that. And take it to the side. All right, now we're here for the last portion of the class. And let me just see, and there's nothing here, of course. All right. So there's our question 2. It says, and let me close this, not close, but just minimize it, make sure we are fine. It says there, Raju traded as a VAT vendor. All amounts include 14%, so we're going to make that 15% of VAT where applicable. Periodic system is in use, and then we have our transactions, right? Prepare ledger accounts and show the effect of each transaction on the accounting equation. All right. I'm going to need an accounting equation, so where is my, there. Just going to grab this. And then I'm just, wait, until where was it? J, until J. Date A O L. Okay. So the first one here, we have sold merchandise on credit, right? For 4,560. A discount of 5% will be allowed when he pays his account within 30 days. All right. I want to open, let me see something. I'll open that one. Okay. So first things first, under receivables, I'm gonna have the full amount, right? So now 4.5 discount of 5%. I'm gonna have the full amount in there. So had we received a trade discount on top of that, I would have had something else. So all amounts are gonna be in here, right? The second thing we're gonna have to do, did I show calculations here? Yes, I kinda did. Okay. So then this amount, okay, this amount, then I'm going to calculate my allowance for discount received, right? So if you look over here, it's 5%. So this one, this amount multiplied by 5%, I get my allowance for discount received, right? Then I'm going to take these two amounts. So I'm going to say this one minus the allowance for discount received. I'm going to get that amount. So I had 4,560, right? Wanted to add something. I want to add this somewhere actually. So I'll write it here. We have 4,560, right? This is the full amount. Then we have I won't necessarily go into that much detail in writing them out because I'll be sending you the memo which I have designed in a nicer way to show you how it goes. So then we have the discount. So this amount multiplied by 0.5% will give you that allowance for discount granted. Right? Then you have the discounted amount, which is this minus that amount, which is the 433. So that's the discounted amount. Okay. So then from this amount, we're then going to calculate how much sales is, right? So if you look at sales here, I have this amount here, right? So that amount multiplied by 100 over 105 because I want it to be exclusive of VAT, and I get 3,760. Then I'm also going to take, then the inclusive amount minus the exclusive amount and I'm going to get my VAT amount. So this is my transaction of the 3rd. So let me just include my dates over there, the 3rd, not open yet, the 3rd, and the 3rd. Okay, I'm gonna make this yellow. Okay, so the 3rd, I broke this amount into 1, 2, 3 amounts, right? So it's the sales, it's the receivables, it's the allowance for settlement discount granted, and the VAT output. Okay, so obviously your allowance, you will receive it, or we will either receive it, or our customers in this regard will receive it if they then pay us within 30 days. Okay, so he says the discount of 5% will be allowed when he pays his account within 30 days. Okay, then the 6th, we have a credit sales to Zulu, Zulu for 855,000 Rand. So 8,555 Rand. Discount of 4% will be allowed when she pays her account. Okay, so the 6th, same thing. Just gonna copy this heading and put it here. For 8,550 Rand, right? Then on the 6th, the discount that we receive, or the discount that we are going to be given this person, is that 85 whatever multiplied by 4%. You can also say multiply by 4 over 100. It's really up to you, whichever way you choose to make this thing like work. Okay, I'm gonna make these ones green. Okay, then I'm gonna have my amount here. So this is for the first guy, the 3rd, and then this is for the 6th. So I'm gonna say 850 minus that 342, I get that 82 whatever. When I come here on the 6th, receivables, now I'm gonna take this amount, multiply by 100 over 115, and I'm gonna get that 3,700, sorry, I took the wrong amount. I took H2, I meant to take H1. Okay, then I get 7,137 Rand. Okay, then the 6 over here, let me just copy this down actually. 6 over here, also from receivables. Okay, I'm gonna have, oh sorry, this will be SJ, remember this is a credit sale. So let me just take this. SJ, okay. So then this will be this amount minus that amount. So we'll get that 1,071 Rand. All right. So we've done with our 3rd and the 6th. Okay, next one. Received a debit note. Received a debit note from Zulu for the damaged merchandise and issued a credit note of 570. So you received a debit note from Zulu. Zulu is the 2nd person, okay, for 570 on the damaged merchandise. All right, so now I'm gonna come this side. So that's on the 21st. I'm gonna make that red. Okay, so I have sales returns, VAT output, and allowance for discount granted. Okay, so that's 570. Okay, so now this 570, I'm obviously going to split it up into sales returns. So let me have my sales returns. That's plus minus an expense. What else am I missing? VAT output is there. Do I have my bank? No, I don't have bank. Minus an asset. Allowance, I have it. VAT output, I have it. Okay. So then, this amount will then include the discount, right? So I'm going to work with that one first. Okay. So my discount here will be that 570. Remember A Zulu. Is it A Zulu? Z Zulu. Z Zulu, we have that discount of 4%, right? So now that has to be returned. A portion of that must now be returned. 4 over 100, I have 23 Rand. Okay. It's more like 22 Rand and 80 cents. So let me just do this. Grab all of these amounts. Okay, let me do this actually. This will be faster. But do I wanna? No, let me not show it. It's fine, we'll round it off. We'll round it off. Okay. So this is coming from my receivables. Okay. Coming from my receivables, and we'll go to our sales returns journal. Okay. And that is on the 21st. So then the sales return, so remember how with this one we had this amount, we subtracted that, and then I gave you an amount there, and then further I multiplied my inclusive amount. Now I'm just going to do it here. So I have that amount minus this amount in brackets. I'm just going to put this one in brackets up here. Okay, but I actually want this amount so I can use it. Okay, I want the amount so I can use it for other calcs. Okay, so the 21st, my amount is 570 minus the 23, which is 54 whatever. So then this 54 whatever multiplied by 100 over 115, I get 476T. 476, sorry, not 60. SRJ, that's receivables on the 21st. So thus far, I have my sales returns and my allowance for settlement discount. I don't have my VAT output yet. Okay. So then I'm going to say this amount here, right, minus this amount here, and I'm going to get that 71 Rand. Okay. Sales returns journal, that's receivables, and then the 21 over there. Okay. So I have all my three amounts being debited here, the VAT, right, the allowances settlement discount, and the sales returns. All right. Then the 24th, received check from Z Zulu on the in full settlement of our accounts. So Z Zulu is paying us now on the 24th. Remember now Z Zulu purchased from us on the 6th, so they're gonna get that discount now, right? So received a check in full settlement of our account. All right, so now, remember one thing. Z Zulu, we first have to subtract that amount, right? So you already have that amount being subtracted. Okay. So here we go. First of all, first things first, I'm gonna need my allowance. So Z Zulu was on the, let me just make sure. Z Zulu is on the 6. Okay, on the 6 you have that 3, 2, whatever. So now the difference between this amount and that amount is 319 Rand, right? This is going to be taken to receivables. So we're going to subtract that from receivables, okay? So that's my GJ. And that was on the 24th. Received full settlement of whatever, okay. 24th. I am now going to make this blue. I'll make this one blue. Okay, this blue. So now this person, if you think about it, or not, well, whatever, if you think about it, maybe let me write receivables Zulu or not. Okay, if you think about it, for this person, can I say end Zulu? Okay, this amount minus that amount will give you this amount. So now that allowance is being taken out, I'm obviously going to do and put it in there. Okay, then the next thing that we have to do, oh, sorry, my contract count, sorry. Zulu receivables, okay, 24th, I have my allowance for discount granted, not that, this one. So I'm gonna make this blue, GJ, and I have this amount over here. Okay, I'm gonna need to make this. I'm gonna have to insert here. Okay, so 319 is being subtracted over there. Okay, cool. So now we need to figure out how much Zulu is going to pay us back, okay? So I'm gonna put bank here for Zulu. And that's going to be my CRJ, because you're gonna receive that money. So now, I have how much Zulu? Is Zulu the one who returned, first of all? 21st, Zulu returned, yes. Zulu is the one who returned, okay. Also the one on the 6th. So I have this 850 here, which included everything. So it included the discount that I just subtracted. So I'm not going to include that. Let me see, how much is my sales? My sales is sitting at 71 whatever, and then I have sales returns there, right? Or maybe I should do it step by step. Minus my sales returns, I have 662, right? But also there's the VAT. My VAT, so if I add my VAT, I have, where is it, the 1,000 Rand, and then I can subtract that 71 Rand. And I have 7661, or if you will, 7660 and 80 cents. Okay. Another way to do this, let me see, simpler way to do this. If I take my sales and I subtract my returns, I get 79 whatever, right? Okay, I went overboard. And then I also subtract my discount, I get 7661. So that will be the faster way to do that. So you can either take all these amounts, or you can just take how much this person owed us, you subtract how much they returned, and then you then subtract the discount and you get that amount. And that amount will then come here. That's the amount you're going to receive in our bank account. Okay. So receivables on the 24th. Gonna make this blue as well. ERJ. Okay, so that's done with that. Then moving on. Send credit note to HO for over invoicing of 780. Okay, so that's the guy of the 3rd. So now move that. Okay, so the guy of the 3rd, we over, what is this thing? We overcharged him. Okay, so that's the 25th. I'm gonna make that pinkish. Yeah, in a way. So I have the same thing I had here. I'm gonna paste it there. Okay, I did not write that this is SRJ, and I'll write it here SRJ. Okay, so we overcharged this person by 780, so now obviously I must now remove the discounts and all that stuff. Okay, so first things first, this amount. Remember this guy, we are working with 5%, so 5 over 100, right? That's what we are working with. So SRJ, we have receivables again, 25th, purple. Okay, so that's the discount sorted, right? So now the 25th. Now I have this amount minus the actual discount. We have this amount there to work with. Okay, so sales returns. We're gonna take this amount of the 25th. We're gonna multiply it by 100 over 115. We're gonna get 644, 644, right? SRJ receivables. I'm just gonna copy this one. Copy one. Okay. So we have our allowance. We have our sales returns. We're just missing our VAT. So I'm gonna paste this one here. SRJ, and my VAT will be the difference between this amount and this amount. Come on, scroll down, and this amount. So we have 97 Rand over there. So now I have my 3 purple amounts over there for that contract, from that contract account. Then the last thing that happened, received a check from H Hall to settle his account. Okay. So now H Hall is going to settle his account. Okay. So I'm going to need about, wait, hold up, the 25th. H Hall settled his account. I just want to make sure. When did H Hall buy? On the 3rd. Okay. See the check from H Hall. Okay, so this person will also get that. No, but why? Let me see. The invoicing of that amount. H Hall, when he pays his account within 30 days. Okay, on the 25th. Oh, the 25th of July. So he's paying later. He's paying on the 25th of July, not the 25th of June. So that's more than 30 days. So he's not going to get the discount. Okay, so first things first. H Hall, his discount is sitting at 22 Rand minus the 39, right? Because this one is these two amounts. So then that's the 25th of July. I'm going to make this one. Yeah, I'll make it that random color. Okay. We have this amount minus this amount. So make sure. Yeah. This is not going to be taken to receivables. It's going to be taken into sales. So we're going to increase the sales that we made to this guy because this guy didn't pay us in time. Okay, insert, move sales down, undo that. Or rather, I should have just left it. Fifth of July. We have allowance for settlement discount granted. I'm just going to copy this one here. Okay, so that's going to be your GJ. And there's also going to be a GJ. Okay, so this amount is this amount. Okay, so that 189 is how much the sales are going to be Oh, sorry, that 189 is how much the sales are going to be, but first we need to calculate the exclusive amount. Okay, so now I'm going to also remove this and make that exclusive amount. Okay, so that's going to be sales and VAT. So that 189 multiplied by 100 over 105, you get 164 over there for sales, and then our VAT output, maybe let me just copy this as is over here. We're going to increase our VAT with this amount. Let me just grab that whole thing. So then this amount minus that amount. Okay. So I split this into two other amounts over here, that 189. So that's the discount portion of the thing sorted. So now what we need to sort out is how much is this person going to pay us? Okay. So July the 25th, bank, we have how much this person owed us, 4,560 Rand, right? We have, we don't have the discount being subtracted. Remember now, the discount is not being subtracted. It's being kept the same as it always was, right? So the only thing is we did overcharge this man by 780. Why? We did overcharge this man by 780. Let me just make sure it was the same man. Yes, we overcharged him by 780, so we have to subtract that 780. So this guy will be paying us 3,780 Rand. Okay. Otherwise, he would have been paying us the full 4,560 Rand. Okay. So now I'm just gonna grab this, paste it here, and grab that one. Sorry, no, grab that one and paste it here. And that's gonna be that amount over there. Okay. And that's going to be a CRJ, and that's your CRJ over there. Okay, so now we are done with this portion of it. Okay, so now the next portion of it is to then calculate how much to then show this on your accounting equation. Okay, so on the third, what happened? We made a sale of 4,560 Rand. So now you're going to show this on your accounting equation. Okay. So which account is debited? Your receivables is debited with 4,560. So I'm going to go in here. I'm going to say receivables is debited 4,560. That amount over there, right? That is a plus. Then we credited the other amounts, right? So we credited sales, that's number one. So there's this amount here. They're all the yellows. This is why I made them yellow. We credited these three amounts over here. Okay. The one that is going to be a negative asset is this one. So I'm going to put that one under assets as well. So then you credited, and I'm just going to copy this here. I'm lazy to type it. I wonder why it does that. Okay, I'll just take this one then. It's fine. Okay. Yo, my laptop is dying. Hold up, hold up. Let me see. Okay, give me a second. I'm gonna run back to the office because my charger is in the office, and then I'll finish the class over there. So just give me a second as I grab everything. Okay. Luckily that didn't switch off. Let's continue. Okay. So then our allowance for discount granted will then be credited with that negative amount there. Let's just fetch it. 228. That'll be a minus. Okay. Then the next thing was the sales, right? Sales will be credited at the amount of, where is it? 3,767 Rand. And then finally, your VAT output credited the amount of 565 Rand. Okay, so that's your number 3 over there. Put a line if you want. Okay, the next one we're going to do is the one on the 25th. So we're going to do let me see, the overcharge. We're going to do the overcharge, this one over here. Then we're going to do the actual payment, and we'll also show the cancellation of the discount. Okay, so the overcharge. So what is the overcharge? Was this one here, the purple one. Okay, so receivables is then credited here. So I'm just gonna grab this and credited. Receivables is credited with the amount of 780, which I'm gonna get from here. That is a negative effect. Okay, now what else happened? So then your sales returns, your VAT output, and your allowance for settlement discount granted are then going to be debited. All right, so I'm gonna start with this one. So again, I'm just gonna grab this here, but now it's debited. The allowance for settlement discount amount is 39 Rand. Yeah, it's 39 Rand. That's a plus. Then you have sales returns being debited for an amount of, where is it? 644. And then last but not least, you have your VAT output being debited. I'm gonna grab this up here. VAT output is debited at the amount of 97 Rand. Okay, this is a negative effect. That's a negative effect. Okay, draw a line over there. Then the next one is the payment, right? So when this person paid us, they paid us, let's see. So if you look at your bank, when this person paid us on the 25th, you have that 37,000 there. Receivables is credited and your bank is obviously credited. Okay, so receivables, one more time. Receivables is credited, right, with the amount of 3,780 Rand, which is then a negative effect. Your bank account is then debited with the same amount, which is a positive effect. Okay, so that's the first part or portion of that. And I'm just gonna make a line only here, or maybe make this one a bit, just make it whatever. How do I show that these two are different? Part A and part B. You know what, I'm just gonna leave it like this. I'll draw a semi-line here. Okay, but it continues. Remember, now we have to show that the cancellation of the, so we have this, right? We have to show the cancellation. So we have this 25th, right? But we still need to show this cancellation here. We need to show that cancellation there. Okay, So your allowance for settlement discount granted is being debited over here. So I'm just going to grab this. Allowance for settlement discount granted is being debited for the amount of 189 Rand. Okay. Then your sales is being credited because you're increasing our sales with that exclusive amount of 164 Rand, and then our VAT output, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, VAT output is being credited with the amount of 25 Rand. So that's a plus, and that is a plus. That's also a plus. That's an amount of 25 Rand. Okay. And that's it, guys. That was SINAC. Thank you for attending. Enjoy your weekend. Some of you guys I'm going to email tomorrow. But if you attended all your sessions, don't expect an email from me. And then enjoy your Friday, guys. Enjoy your Friday. I'm going to be sending you these answers. Not now. I'll send them in the morning. I'm logging off now. In the morning, I'll do all that. It was a pleasure. And yeah, enjoy your day. If you have any questions, please raise your hand. If you have no questions, the session is over. Enjoy your weekend. Well, Thursday, then your weekend. Download. Okay, downloaded. See, there's a question here. Let me stop recording. There's another question. Okay. Thank you so much, guys.